Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about how to improve your presentation and your presentation skills. Hi, my name is Jubair and I'm a final year PhD student at University College London. And a big part of being a PhD student is being able to present your work to other people, whether it be people in the same field or people who are just the general public. And this requires good presentation skills and also good slide or PowerPoint skills. First aspect I want to be talking about is simplifying things. A good scientist or any sort of good business person is able to explain complex procedures or fundamentals to the layman, who is anyone like the general public who doesn't have specific technical knowledge. So a good scientist or businessman is able to present these complex things into simplified things that anyone can understand. And that you have to do for your scientific work as a PhD student, as anyone in science or even business. So how can you explain such complex things very simply? Well, at first it takes practice because it's very difficult to do that. Like they say, practice makes perfect, but there are a few tips on how to do this. The first thing is to have the confidence of the technical knowledge, and this only comes with knowing completely what you are talking about. For example, if I was a businessman and I had a new investment opportunity for a new company that are selling new shoes that allow you to walk faster. So I need to be able to explain how the technology in the shoes allows you to walk faster, and I have to be able to explain it to the investors how the use of such technology allows for less strain on the feet and allows you to move faster and get to work quicker. I mean, that sounds like an amazing investment opportunity, something that I would actually probably do. But anyway, this is a hypothetical scenario, and making something such complex such as the fabric. So if I was using a new fabric made of nylon polytetrafluoride, if I was using a new material made of nylon polycaprolactone acetic acid, for example, does that make sense? I would just say that this is a new technology based on New York, London, and it contains a super absorbent mesh which allows for breathability. It also contains a very flexible core that allows for some of the rebound energy, so you don't waste all your energy in movement. This is me explaining something very difficult to investors or the layman in something they would understand. Everyone knows what breathability would imply in their lives. Something that is a fabric that is breathable, allows for air to move through it, it allows for comfort. Something that rebounds allows the transfer of energy, so something that is soft and easy to walk with. You need to understand your own technical principles and be able to translate it to the layman, just like that. The other aspect of doing good presentations or producing your work in a very good manner that most people are able to appreciate is to captivate the audience. So even from the beginning, the introduction, you need to be able to capture the audience's attention. Now, one thing you have to realize is people's attention span is very short, usually typically around 20 seconds before they actually completely give up on something. You must have all been in a presentation or a talk where after the first 20 seconds you are completely lost because the presenter has not captivated you, have not caught your attention. Maybe they're talking about something that is so technically wound that you just given up because it's too hard to follow. Therefore, you have to have a good introduction that introduces the problem, and make sure you don't have a lot of text on your slide, because essentially people will just end up reading the text on the slides and getting bored and thinking about their own things in their own head, and they've completely lost you as an audience. So what you want to do is keep your text at a minimal, and have lots of diagrams and pictures. Pictures, diagrams, and video clips are things that us humans are quite attracted to and we will look at, and our attention will be at there. If, however, you put pictures of stuff that are very complex and there's so much going around, like a busy scene or a complex diagram with lots of images and cartoons or whatever, then you would have also lost the attention. So it's all about applying simple text and simple images so that the audience does not lose their interest in your presentation. The other thing that I would strongly suggest for a good presentation is practice. Doing rehearsals is very important, especially timing. One thing that many students get wrong is timing. If there was a 10-minute conference presentation, then 10 minutes means 10 minutes. It also does not mean 8 minutes, it doesn't mean 11 minutes. So 9 minutes 50 seconds is something that you should be aiming for, because timing is very important. When you go under, it feels like you have done something underwhelming. If you go over, it means you're not prepared, and the audience can know that, and they will have the best impression of you. Even if they don't specifically think that, oh my god, he's gone over by 2 minutes, she's gone over by 3 minutes, and that affects their view on you, subconsciously it might. The conference, it has a limited schedule and you're stealing the time of others basically. The other thing that you would want to do to improve your presentation skills is to be able to summarize information on a per slide basis, or even as a whole as a conclusion. Essentially, at the end of each slide when you're talking, you want to summarize what the slide says. In the beginning, you kind of want to introduce what the slide says, and you want to summarize what the slide says at the end. Getting into this habit allows you to have a good workflow in your presentation. For example, I'm presenting on why trees are green. My first slide would be on the introduction on what we know about trees as a whole. Everyone knows that trees are green. Green is a color and it's a wavelength of light. In the introduction, we could put lots of different trees, and then we know that even a baby knows that trees are green. And then we might want to go into why trees are green, such as it has chlorophyll. But essentially, each slide you would want to kind of quickly summarize what you're saying from the slide. If you're showing results, you need to quickly summarize what the results are showing. For example, we studied 20 trees and all of them were green, and then we just summarize trees are green. A good summary workflow allows you to retain the attention of the audience. So guys, that was just a few tips on how to improve your presentation skills. I use these tips and I've improved my presentation skills quite a bit. So as you can see, if you follow some of these tips, you can actually improve your presentation, but also practice makes perfect. So make sure you're practicing a lot of your presentations. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe, as I do a lot of videos on being a PhD student, a lot of life advice, and some on technology. If you like this video, please press like and comment down below on anything that I could help you with, and I'll make sure to reply to all the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.